Our first exercise kicks off the second B string in first position with the introduction of the whole note, the half note, and the open B string. The open B is found on the second string, and this B is found on the middle line of the musical staff. Just a quick review, every good boy does fine for the line, which are the notes E, G, B, D, F, and then the spaces are F, A, C, E, face for space. Our two new rhythmic values are the half note and the whole note. The half note, which is a circle with a stem, and the stem can go either direction, it gets 2 counts in 4/4 time. And then the whole note, which is just a circle, gets 4 counts in 4/4 time. So these are larger note values. They require a little more patience, especially when you're playing at slower tempos. And if we look at the first measure, we have 2 half notes, and the math should add up. If we take 2 counts plus 2 counts, that equals the top number in 4/4 time signature. And if we look at the whole note, which gets 4 counts, it takes up the whole measure, which is 4 counts in 4/4 time signature. Traditionally speaking, we would say that the whole note takes the whole measure, and then the half note takes half the measure. If you look at the quarter note, it takes a quarter of the measure. And then if you look down here at eighth notes, they take an eighth of a measure when we are in 4/4 time signature. And with that being said, it's time to put our new information into practice. But before we do that, we need to go over our 9 points. This is going to help us to be more efficient at learning our new information. And so the first 2 points are irrelevant since we're not pushing any notes. It's simply an open B string, so we don't have to use our fingers. When we get to here, though, point number 3, make sure that you alternate. So if you are a flat picker, to use down and up strokes. If you are a classical guitarist, to alternate your index and middle fingers with free or rest strokes. It's going to make you a much more efficient player. And then when we get down here to point number 4, make sure that you count the rhythm on the page with your voice as you tap counts 1, 2, 3, 4 with your pencil to a steady beat. Now we are dealing with longer sounds. We're not working with rest. And since you understand that, it's okay when you tap your pencil just to say count 1, and then you don't have to say anything on count 2. Just tap your pencil on count 2. Now some of you may like to sing, and it's okay if you just say a long sound all the way until count 3. So the 2 choices are this. You can go 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Or you can go 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And when you get to the whole note, you better take a deep breath because it's going to go for 4 counts, especially at 50 beats per minute. So you have a choice to just say the sound on the count, or you can sing the sound for multiple counts. I'm going to try to avoid singing, so I'm going to do it the first way. I will be playing this with you from measures 1 unto measure 8. I feel like by then you should be able to do the rest on your own. We'll do this at 50 beats per minute. I'll give a 4 count, and we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 3, and 4. 1, 3, 1. And if you need to write the counts above the note heads, that's okay. That is not cheating. Since points 5, 6, and 7 are dealing with note recognition, we can skip those because we're only dealing with an open B string, so there's not a whole lot of benefit in naming the note over and over again. So that brings us to point number 8, and that's counting and playing the notes at the same time. So I want you to count 1, 2, 3, 4 through the entire exercise. Even if you have a half note, I want you to say count 2. The fact that you're allowing this note to ring for the full 2 counts shows that you understand how to treat a half note. And when you get to this whole note, I want you to say counts 1, 2, 3, 4 as you let that whole note ring. Don't forget about the and syllable on the 8th notes. I'm going to perform this with you at 50 beats per minute. If that's too fast, you can use your video player to slow it down, or you can get out your own metronome and set it to the tempo that helps you to keep up. I will give a 4 count and we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, and 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Point number 9. Make sure that you train your eyes to look ahead of the note that you're playing. Now, we are just dealing with rhythm, but some of this can be kind of tricky. You have an opportunity here. When you have a long sound, you can glance ahead of the entire measure as you're waiting. So that gives you an opportunity to decode the rhythms that are coming up so that you're not taken by surprise, which would cause you to commit errors.